Okay. Well, hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. I guess we can call this meeting to order at 6:04 p.m. And I think first we can just do a quick roll call. So I don't see Sadie Metcalf or Sadie Abelson. Zach, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Camille?
Here.
Ella? I don't think Ella's here. Okay. Colin?
Here.
Yusuf?
Here.
Okay. Jake?
Here.
Okay, and then I don't think Eliana is here. Or Councilmember Donovan. And then I think Mr. Bell. Hi, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jordan. I am the new program specialist working with Natalie over in the rec department.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. Okay, so I guess we can start off with public comment. Do we have any public comment today?
No public comments were received.
Okay, thank you. And then I guess our city council liaison is not here, so I assume we don't have any city council.
Let me admit, our school liaison is coming in.
Okay, cool, thank you.
And Ella's here too.
Okay, awesome. Okay, do we have any school board liaison communications then?
Hello, I'm Carissa Adams. I'm your South Pasadena new school board member.
Hi, welcome.
So this being my first meeting, I'm a little unsure what to expect or what you guys are even looking for from me, but I'll be happy to report the schools are going good. We've obviously dealing with COVID. We are sending home weekly tests now, and kids are getting the opportunity to test twice a week. Hopefully, everybody's testing on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I think it's very comfortable to say that we're starting to see that decline that we're seeing other places maybe around the world that are starting to see it. But today I got a report, and there were, over the weekend, what was reported was 29 cases throughout the entire district. So I think that's a very, obviously that's a lot higher than we were looking at in the beginning of December. But considering this new variant and Omicron, we're pretty good with that. I think last week we had 99% of high school students were going every day. I think the lowest was the elementary schools, which was in the high 90s. And that's kind of to be expected with younger kids, maybe less vaccinated. People are keeping kids home and stuff. So I think overall, dealing with COVID, the district's on it. Hopefully kids feel safe at school, and that's our goal. But we love having them out there. We've got our high school, the sports teams are active and seem to be doing good. Yeah, so that's that. On another front, we've got some exciting stuff going on at the high school with our our Pathways program. We are going to be implementing a broadcast communications journalism program through the high school now, and that's part of PCC. The cool thing about this one is that students who take part in this will get college credit, not like AP credit, actual college credit for any of the courses that they get to take. PCC teachers are going to be coming onto the campuses and teaching broadcast and communication classes. So that will start up in the fall. That's going to be amazing. And we're also expanding our transitional kindergarten. So over the next 5 years, every month, each year, another month will be added until we will get all 4-year-olds, anyone turning 4 by September 1st, we'll be able to go to transitional kindergarten versus having to go to preschool. So that is kind of our news for the district. So, and if I missed anything that's more applicable to you guys, please let me know, and I'll do better next time to be more relevant.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, Ms. Adams, and we're so excited to have you here. So yeah, thank you. Now moving on to commissioner communications. Do any commissioners have anything they would like to report? All right, if not, do we have any staff liaison communications?
None at this time.
Okay, thank you. And then I also don't think we have any NREC communications tonight. So I guess our next item is to go over the October 25th, 2021 meeting minutes. So we can take some time to look at those just really quickly. Okay, I move to approve the October 25th, 2021 meeting minutes. Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Do we have any nays here? Okay, and it looks like it's been approved then. So we can move on to the discussion and approval on projects from the 2021 work plan. So it just looks like, I know that we were discussing that last time. So now we can look over the work plan, which I think is at the end of the packet, and talk about any modifications we might have, or if anyone wants to be the lead person on any of the items. So does anyone have any thoughts?
Right, so from our last meeting, I know you guys discussed wanting to put back the virtual online community platform. So I put that back on, but if we can discuss a little bit more in depth what exactly you guys want to do, who wants to be the lead person, our timeline, and then any other. We still have, we have Spread Cheer program on there. We have an empty spot, and then we have volunteer opportunities. So we just really need to get this final so that we can get going and get some of these projects, you know, ready in our calendar and set with those. So if we want to look at the first thing, so assisting local youth during the pandemic by conducting virtual online community platform. Now I know I wasn't here last year for this, but if you guys can kind of refresh my memory to see what it is that you guys did. Do we want to do something similar, or, you know, something brand new? I'm happy to listen to that.
Yeah, so I think pretty much what we did last year was we had some like virtual sessions. So we had one about like suicide prevention, and then I know last time the LAC USC Medical Center for Breathe Free came last time. So we have done things like that in the past. And then I know Eliana and I were working on that last year. So we compiled some different resources for teens, for youth. And so I know that we were talking to Ms. Pausch about putting that on a website, or like for the city. So if anyone wants to take that on this year, just like, yeah, let us know.
Okay. Breathe Free, I think right now their grant was up. So I haven't had really much communication with them in regards to coming back out to make any presentations, but if there's anything else, I mean, we just got to think about what kind of either packet or online, or a day where we're getting together and having like a fair and handing out information or virtually? What does that look like to you guys? Anyone? Don't be shy. I can start assigning people and then we just can email and work offline and try to figure things out. But again, we really need to get this going. We didn't meet last month in November or in December due to the holidays. So it's getting, to that time where you guys are all going to get a lot busier as the end of the school year approaches. And I want to make sure that you guys have these projects and have that ability to give back to the community. So anybody want to take that on? Camille, do you have anything that you'd be interested in?
I'm okay with working on any of the programs, but I would like to do it with someone else working with me so I can have someone to bounce ideas back off of.
Okay. Anybody want to join in with Camille on working with that? Ella? Ella, okay, Ella says she can, so I'll have Ella and Camille on that. And then Juliana, you said last year, were they just virtual online as part of the youth commission meeting, or was it a separate like invitation where you guys just gave out information to people to join in on a certain day and have that?
Yeah, so I think last year what Eliana and I did was we had some sessions that were open to the public. So teens could come and then like the parents could come for like the suicide prevention one. And it was open to the public, but some youth commissioners also went. I know I attended, but it was for the public. Online.
And how did you guys promote that?
We sent out flyers and I think because Eliana, she had connections to South Pass, so I think it went out on some sort of digital bulletin for South Pass.
Okay.
Schools, the school system.
Okay. So Camille and Ella, maybe you guys can think of a workshop that we can offer, an online workshop we can offer. And then if you guys can work together on drafting a flyer, either on Canva or whatever you guys are familiar with, and then sending that over to me so that I can take a look at it. If we can maybe ask, the district to see if they can send it out, depending on what it is. I know there's a couple of things that they look for. So send that over to me and I can take a look. I know we did suicide prevention last time. Is there anything else that you guys feel that might be of importance around this time of the year right now?
I think we can definitely do one on like mental health and wellness generally. I think that might be helpful.
Okay.
And I'd like to add that if you guys do put a flyer together or come up with ideas for programs, when you send it, it's Sheila, correct? Is that from City of South Pass?
So Sheila's actually not joined in right now. I'm Natalie.
Oh, you're
she's not
Natalie.
in
Okay.
today.
Okay. Sorry. I've never
okay.
seen you guys.
That's
I've just
okay.
seen your name. Anyway, when you send it to Natalie and get her approval, feel free. That's what I'm here for. I will absolutely connect you and get that sent through the district. At least South Pass, we can send out all the flyers to all the schools, to whoever it's appropriate to apply to.
Perfect.
And I'd be happy to help with that.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Ella and Camille, I'll email you and I'll see what, which organization we might want to reach out to. Maybe we do a couple just to see what we get back. Maybe pick a date and then we can kind of go from there. Okay, do we have a timeline? Are we looking maybe something before March, mid-March? I know we're getting close to February, end of February. What do you guys think is realistic? I just want to have something so that we can at least go back to it, and if we need to make changes, then we can, but I'm going to say end of February. And then if we need to push it another week, we can do the first week of March. Okay. Cool. So the next thing that we have on here is the Spread Cheer program. So I know, Juliana, I had you on here as the lead person. Not sure if there was anybody else that wanted to join in, whether it's Colin, Zach, or Jake, Yosef. You guys interested in helping Juliana with that? Juliana, did you have an idea of what you were looking to do for that?
Yeah, so last year I worked on it with Camille, and we pretty much just had it as like a volunteer opportunity. I think people could earn some service credit for that, depending on how, or like this year, I guess it depends on how it works out with the school district, but I think it was 2 cards for an hour. Is that right, Camille? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, I think that we could just do it for like spring. I know last year we did some holidays, but I think we can just do like a spring card maybe that people can have for the senior citizens.
Okay. Anyone want to join in with Juliana and helping her with that?
Yeah, I can help out with that if that works.
Yosef?
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. So if you guys can connect, what timeline were you thinking on that? I know we have on here on a monthly basis from February through December. I don't know, are you looking to still do that as a monthly thing or just spring?
I think we could start out with just like a set of like spring cards, and then maybe we could see how it goes from there.
Okay, great. And did you want to create a flyer with that as well?
Yeah, I think we have one from last year. I can see if I can like edit it or maybe change some things around.
Okay. And then I just wanted to point out that we do have Mr. Donovan who joined in our meeting.
Thank you.
Okay, so then now we have a blank spot. Anybody else have an idea of something that we want to fill in for that? I know last time when we met, there was talk of a health fair or joining as part of the health fair. I don't know if there's anything else that you guys can think of. I'm not sure if the health fair was still taking place. What other ideas might you guys have? Let's see, what about Zach and Jake? Do you guys have anything?
We could try to bring back our senior and tech program. I know we used to do tech days where we'd help senior citizens with any tech problems they had, and maybe we could do like an online form of that.
Okay.
I could be the lead person on that.
All right, thanks so much, Zach. Okay, is there anyone else that wants to join in with Zach?
I can join in.
Okay, Thanks, Jake. I do know Melissa, who is our supervisor over at the senior center, did ask about tech days and see if that was something we could do. So Zach and Jake, I can get in touch with her and then see what day might be a good day to either do something in person or do something virtually. I know doing something virtually might be a little tricky. I think that's the part that they need help with. So we'll see what's kind of the best way to work on getting that on the calendar with our seniors. Is there a timeline that you guys can think of that we might want to do this? Do we want to do it like a monthly through the end of the school year? Once, twice? What are you guys looking at?
I think
I think
previously we were doing it monthly.
Yeah, monthly
before the
is probably
pandemic.
best.
Okay. So let me see if I can get something started for this upcoming month of February, and then go from there. Okay. And then the last thing I have on here are volunteer opportunities to acquire service hours for middle and high school students. So this is to provide opportunities within the city to volunteer to earn service credits. Is there anything that you guys can think of? One thing that I was going to bring up to everyone's attention is that we are looking to do senior prom, which is proposed to be held this year in May of 2022. So I don't know, with everyone's busy schedule and that being towards the end of the school year, it typically is on a Friday. I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on what a good Friday might be to have the majority of you guys there to participate. It's a really fun event that we have every year with our seniors. They get dressed up. It's prom. They come out, they dance, they have a meal, and it's a lot of fun to see the youth commissioners out there with them. So I don't know if that's something you guys want to put on there, or if there is anything else that anyone had an idea of. Has anyone ever done the senior prom before? I know a couple of you have been on here for a couple of years. Camille, you've attended the senior prom?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Colin, have you ever been a part of it?
I have not.
Okay. Well, it might be a good one to take the lead on.
Out of curiosity, can I get just like a recap? Maybe Camille could give it of what the event was, like where it was, what happened. Sounds really fun.
I don't remember a lot about it because it was a little bit back, but essentially they, in the senior center where they have that big open space, they, had a live band come, and then they had catering, and just there were a bunch of senior citizens, and they had a fun prom night where they got to dance and listen to music. And I believe at the end they crowned a king and a queen, and that was very fun.
Yeah, it's super fun, super cute. They do crown a king and queen of the night. I know they change every year themes. So they've had like a Italian pasta night. I think they've had 50s. It changes every year. So I'm not quite sure what they were looking for this year, but it is a time where they get to have some food and then enjoy some dancing in the end.
I have to say that, coming off of 2 years of COVID, I think that an event like this could be really, important for our senior citizen community, and giving something back to them that way. Sounds really fun. Natalie, I assume they have like a budget through the city for this so that they can hire the band, or
Yeah. I'd have
again,
to
I'm
talk
new.
Yeah. No, yeah, we
Sorry,
do,
so many questions.
There is, yeah, no, of course. Thank you for asking. We do have a budget. Then I don't know the number off the top of my head, but I do know that Melissa works with the senior commission, and they also work with getting sponsorships for the event, for the
Awesome.
food. I think they've tried to get sponsorship for a photo booth, for music,
Fun.
depending whether it's live music or if it's a DJ. A lot of it is through sponsorship, but then we have, you know, a small budget for
Small
anything.
budget.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I encourage all of you to jump up right now and get on the committee to plan this party.
Yeah. Colin, would you like to be part of this planning committee?
I actually I have to help with the senior prom or the prom with a different group. I am part of the school's ASP, and I was supposed to help with that separately. So
Okay.
I'll still be there, but I'm not sure that I can help with youth commission.
Okay. When is senior prom, by the way? If anybody knows when that is. Anyone? Is there plans for a senior prom? There is. Maybe. Okay.
Yeah, I have not heard the date. I know they have their grad night planned, but I have not heard about senior prom yet.
Okay.
Um,
You know
through
when
my
grad night
channel.
is?
That is going to be the Saturday after, so June, I don't see my phone. June probably 6th or something. It's that Saturday.
Okay.
So it's pretty late this year, but that was the
Okay.
date they could get. So it won't be graduation day. Graduation is the 2nd, I believe, for the high school.
Okay.
And then their grad night's going to be the following Saturday. So my guess is if there is a prom, isn't it usually a couple weeks before that, 2 weeks before that? I'm not sure. It's been 2 years now since they've had a prom. So
I know. That's
Mhm.
what's so tricky about all of this.
yeah.
Yeah, because typically our senior prom is in April. Mr. Donovan, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, normally when you're a liaison, you just try to keep your mouth shut and just listen and take notes. And by the way, I am sorry for being late. I thought it was at 6:30. I realized it was 6. I was a little embarrassed about that. But you asked earlier if anybody was at the prom. Well, I happened to be a chaperone for one of the proms. It was in excess of 20 years ago, right here, South Pasadena, and that's when they actually took the buses down to San Diego and had the dancing on the boats, and then went roller skating and had a breakfast at the church on the corner of Fremont and St. James, I believe it is. So it was an event that was packed from right after the graduation all the way through. Oh, that was grad night. I'm sorry, that was grad night rather than the prom. But the reason I asked to speak is you might want to look at the past while you're planning this one. And the same thing would apply for the prom as well as the grad night. You know, see what they've done 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And the particular one that I was a chaperone at, they had been doing it that way probably 20 years prior to that, 20 consecutive years. I don't know why it stopped, but you know, it's something to look into, whoever the committee is. Just flip through some old newspapers, whatever, and just see what was done then. Okay, I'll go mute myself and come back to my wallflower in the corner.
Thank you, Mr. Donovan. Yeah. Like I said, if anyone needs help, and I'll get more information from our seniors supervisor, and she'll let me know kind of the date she was thinking. She wanted me to ask you guys to see if you had anything that was big, because we do typically do it in the month of April, but they were just pushing it just to give us a little bit more time to make sure things are a little clearer with things. So they're looking to do it in May. I'm gonna probably assume either May 6th or the 13th, which again are Fridays. So if anybody kind of sees anything that might, you know, coincide with that, please let me know. That way I can just give her that feedback on what date would probably work for everyone else. So I can reach out to, I know we have a couple of other commissioners that aren't here today. and see if that's something, unless again, anyone else has any other ideas on something that they want to do as a volunteer opportunity. Okay, so I'll add senior prom on there, and I can reach out to, I know Sadie is, both of our Sadies are not here today, and Eliana aren't here. So I'll reach out to see if there's available to kind of take the lead on that. Okay. All right. Anything else that we want to take a look at with the work plan? Juliana, do you see anything that we want to add or change?
I think it looks pretty good. Yeah. Not sure if anyone else has any suggestions of what they want to add or change.
I wonder for the last one, if we could if someone could create a website where we can keep a bunch of opportunities that are available for students. And so there's one centralized place where they can go if they're looking for opportunities. Because I know a lot of people are oh, where can I get hours? And they don't quite know where they can find them. And so I think that might be helpful.
Sure, that's a great idea. Okay. So create like an active website where we can direct people to go and look to see where they can get service hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can look into that. Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you guys. That's super helpful. I will get this updated and sent out, and I'll reach out to the lead person and anyone else who's joined in on what they are going to be taking on, so we can get a little bit more information. And then at the next meeting, we can present any dates that we've set. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Ms. Wilcox. And so looking at the agenda items, it looks like we don't have any presentations. So it looks like we can adjourn the meeting at 6:37.
Sorry, before we adjourn.
Sure.
Mr. Donovan, did you have anything that
Yeah.
you wanted to share? Was there anything as a council liaison that you wanted to share with us?
I think
You're still muted.
Sorry.
No, not really. We didn't have meetings for over almost a month. So we had the one meeting, and a lot of it we've got the Athens contract we're working on the restaurant down at the golf course. I think of what else went on there. But we've got another meeting coming up in a week, and then we'll have one first of February. No, I don't have anything to add beyond that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Councilmember Donovan, for sharing. So with that, I think it looks like we can adjourn at 6:38 p.m. Thank you all so much for coming today, and it was really nice seeing everyone.
Thank you guys. You guys all have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.